Staying at your current data role is costing you millions. And I can prove it because I was at a company, Amazon, making 60 grand a year, and eventually went to Lyft, where I was making almost half a million a year in less than 5 years' time. And I did it through job hopping. And so I am living proof of this. In this video, we're going to talk about the job hopping strategy that you can start to implement if you already work in the tech industry. Because let's face it, you don't want to wait 4, 5, 6 years to get a 5% annual raise in your compensation. You want to go to your next role where you can make 2, 3, 4 times as much in a couple years' time. And it is very, very doable. So again, for those of you that don't know me, I'm the CEO and founder of Data Engineer Academy. We are the largest data engineering school in the country. We've helped over 1,000 people land higher paying data jobs, professionals and non-current tech professionals. And what we have found is that you are more likely to increase your compensation by switching companies than by staying at your current one. So in this video, we are going to discuss how job loyalty might be robbing you of millions of dollars over the span of your career, how equity is very, very important in whatever financial goals you are trying to chase if you are in the tech industry, and number three, why you should job hop, but do it smartly and not burn any bridges. So let's jump into it. Point number one, why loyalty is underrated. So the key insight here is that companies will pay new employees more than they will pay current employees because they know that they have to incentivize the new person to join. And in a lot of cases, they have to incentivize the new person to leave their job. New employees will get paid more than current ones. In some cases, as much as 15, 50, even 100% more because they need incentive to leave their current company. The amount of money earned from those job hoppers, quote unquote, is 10, if not 20x per year. Meaning the person that stayed at their company might, for 10 years, might be earning 150 grand per year. The person that job top might be earning $1 million per year, right? If they were smart and they, went up to a top tier company and started earning C-level money. Now, again, not everybody's going to earn $1 million a year, right? There's not enough roles for 10 million people in the US to do that. But my point is, they were able to job hop and keep commanding money because they were able to job hop, upskill, and negotiate along the way. And so even if, let's say, instead of making 1.5 million a year, you're making, let's say, 500 grand a year, that difference of 500 grand a year to, 100 grand a year or 200 grand a year, that's a $300,000 difference per year. So over the span of 20 years, that's $6 million, which is why I started this video by saying you are getting robbed of millions of dollars over the span of your career by being too loyal to your current company, which I know a lot of people watching this video are like, man, I've been at this company for 7, 10, 12 years. What am I doing? And so here's the key thing you need to know. There's something called a waterfall. And what this means is that when you go to your next company, they by default have to beat your most recent compensation because they know, why would you leave your current offer if you're making X amount? So if you're making 200 grand and you try to leave, they will figure out before you even interview, hey, can we afford to pay them 220, 240, 260? So that waterfall becomes higher and higher every time you jump. So again, be very, very careful because staying in the same company can really flatten your trajectory over the long run. So point number two, why you should consider job hopping. Equity matters. So a lot of times employees are at companies that don't even give them equity, and they don't realize that equity at a company is very valuable because it grows. If I got an offer at Amazon for 100K salary and 100K stocks per year, then this 100K stocks, by the time it vests 4 years later, might be worth 200 or 250. So my comp actually grew from 200 grand to 350 grand, which, by the way, is something that happened to me when I was working at Lyft. I didn't actually go and get a package for 400 grand plus. I got it for 300 grand plus, and it grew at some point to 400 grand plus. So the main point here is that if you're at a company without equity, you should be trying to work at a company that will give you stock and that you can participate in the upside of the company as it grows. The second portion to this is you have to understand that you need to look at total compensation, not just salary. So, for example, let's say you're making 150 grand and you get a 10% raise at your current company, and now you're making 165 grand. And let's say another company wants to quote unquote poach you for 165 grand as well. You might say to yourself, I'd rather just stay at my company because I'm making 165 grand here. But if this was a lucrative startup and half of it was in stock, that 80 grand would grow and it might turn into 250, 300, 400 grand a year. And that's a year. You're talking about a $200,000 difference per year. So over 10 years, we're talking about a multi-million dollar difference. And so I know this sounds like a no duh advice, but the thing is, most people aren't looking at it in the long term. They're just thinking about what promotion or raise can I get in the short term, because again, this crowd tends to be a little more risk averse as we are analysts and engineers. And one little more nugget here for all of you. If you are unclear as to how to value equity or stock or look at what a company pays, go to levels.fyi, levels, LEVELS.FYI, and you can see what engineers currently in the tech industry are earning at these big tech companies. We are not affiliated with the tool. We did not create it, but please go to that website and check it out, and you'll see what I mean. Finally, do not job hop without burning bridges. And I'll break this up into two parts. Number one, never leave your current offer until you have another offer. And I hear this question a decent amount of time from clients like, hey, should I quit my current job in order to start studying so I can get my other job? And I always tell them, no, 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 because A, you never know how long it's going to take. And B, you never know if you have an emergency come up in your personal life. You might have to go visit family for a couple months. You might have to go on vacation for whatever reason. Whatever the case is, you're better off just taking time off or just grinding it out at your current offer until you have something signed and you are clear that you have your next role. And for anybody who has been around the tech industry since COVID, you know that there were companies who were pulling offers from people that had already quit their job. And it's unethical. It's a little, not on the integrity side, but also companies have to do what they have to do. Otherwise, they might go bankrupt if they don't pull a move like that. So I'm not going to take sides. I'm just going to tell you what has happened and what is the reality. And I'll let you decide whether you should quit your current job until you have your next job. But my advice is just don't do it. Just hold on to your job until you are sure that you have this other job. But the second part to not burning bridges is at your current company, don't be a dick. It's simple as that. Because I'll tell you what one of my friends did. He worked at Amazon, he went to Meta, he went to Google, and then he returned to Amazon. He did this 4 times, 4 companies, so 3 different job hops in a span of 8 years. And he went from 110 grand to about 400 grand by the time he came around. And the thing is, while he was doing this loop, he only really increased his title by 1 level. But because Amazon knew that, again, going back to the waterfall system, because Amazon knew that this person had a job at the current company, which I think was Google or Meta, right before the second time he went back to Amazon, he knew that he had a lever, right? He knew he had leverage basically. It's saying like, hey, I'm not going to leave my current company if you're not going to beat what I currently make over there. And so Amazon ended up paying him 4 times more than what he was making originally, because Amazon knew, yeah, this person has grown, developed new skills, has experience, has, negotiation chips, i.e. the current company. And so Amazon rehired him and rehired him for 4 times more than what he was making originally. And here's the crazy part. My friend kind of knew he was going to do this. And I remember when he left Amazon, he was like, yeah, like I'm going to stay in touch. I'm going to, still be friends with my manager, our director, etc., because he knew that he one day might come back to Amazon. And so don't burn any bridges. Don't say anything mean to anybody. Say your goodbyes peacefully and, show them that you appreciate how much they've helped you grow, because you never know if you might go back to the company that you were already at and hopefully for a lot more money. And that way you feel appreciated the next time around. So again, when you job hop, just don't burn any bridges. Real quick, if you want to learn more in tech or more strategies about how to get paid higher in your data related roles, like, subscribe, share, do all the good things. And a quick question for you: have you ever job hopped? And if you have job hopped, put it in the comments. I'd love to hear what your experience is. And of course, if you have any questions, put it in the comments as well. Now back to the video. So that's it for today's video. Remember, what we talked about is loyalty could be a trap in many, many cases. Number two, equity creates millionaires. And number three, do not burn any bridges, please. So instead of waiting 5 years for that 10, 20, 30% raise, you can probably go get 50, 100, 150% raises if you were to job hop and go up and over instead of just waiting at your current company. So again, not a guarantee of anything. You have to put in the work, but we've seen it many, 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 many times.